Today in history. It is August 11th, and we're going to continue with our journey to the past.
History is not only a collection of past events, but a means to rediscover our own present as well.
Right. Nicely put, right? And before we check out what happened today in history, why don't we give our listeners a quick quiz question?
Sure. Listen carefully. Known for his blonde hair and mustache, he is one of the most renowned pro wrestlers in the world. Number 1, Hulk Hogan. Number 2, Lindsay Lohan. Again, known for his blonde hair and mustache, he is known as one of the most renowned pro wrestlers in the world. Number 1, Hulk Hogan. Number 2, Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, excuse me. Did you say she
He?
or she, right? Could be either he or she. Well, it depends on what you who you think the
Oh, I
answer.
know this answer. I loved this guy
Oh,
growing
okay.
up. I watched him all the time.
Or this girl. You never know.
Okay.
그쵸? So if you think you know the answer, let us know that you
That's
know.
right. Text us at pound 1045451 or leave us a message on the Bundy board for a chance to win.
우산.
Oh, we're going to give you an umbrella. Nice.
Yeah, nice, isn't it? Okay, so now let's check out our daily list of events, what happened on this day.
Today in history. In 1953, Hulk Hogan was born. In 1973, hip-hop was born.
자, 1953년 8월 11일은 그 유명한 헐크 호건의 생일입니다. 그리고 1973년 8월 11일 힙합 음악이 처음 만들어진 날이라고 하네요. I didn't know there was an official date that hip-hop was born.
Well, I think everyone's trying to like find the beginning of a certain genre of music. So I'm actually interested to see what that point in time was for hip-hop. But we begin today's journey to the past with the birth of one of the most well-known athletes and entertainers in the world.
Right, and he was none other than Terry Gene Bollea, better known as Hulk Hogan.
That's right. The Hulkster.
And who was born on this day in 1953.
He was the creator of a cultural phenomenon known as Hulkamania, right, in the 1980s and 90s. Hogan made his debut in the ring in 1978 as the Sterling Golden before he changed his nickname to Hulk Hogan.
Oh, so you remember when he was so like big and
Yeah, he got his
severe.
24-inch pythons, brother. You know, I watched him a lot. He was when I was a kid, I wanted to be like Hulk Hogan, right? He was so big, right? He was very energetic, and yeah, like I watched a lot of wrestling.
근데 이제 헐크 호건 말고도 다른 프로레슬러가 많았잖아요.
Oh yeah, Ultimate Warrior, Undertaker.
What made him stand out, do you think?
I think he got the crowd, the participation of people around him, and he would give good advice like eat your vegetables, stay in school. You know, he would say these things to encourage kids, right? And so he was actually pretty well known for his social work as well too.
Great. Okay, so it wouldn't be a stretch to say that Hogan brought this sport to the forefront of the TV entertainment industry. And for more than 3 decades, he has been dominating the professional wrestling ring.
That's right. In fact, he was the very first professional wrestler to appear on the cover of Sports Illustrated, because at that point, wrestling was like, you're not really an athlete unless it's Olympic wrestling. So TV wrestling was looked on down until he came on the scene. He was the first mega superstar.
굉장히 중요한 역할을 하신 분이네요. So Hulk Hogan is also known for his social work, like Danny Singh has just mentioned, being the most sought after celebrities by the American Make-A-Wish Foundation. Make-A-Wish Foundation 하면은 그 소셜 워크로 특히 어린이들 돕는 그런 그 단체로 많이 유명하죠.
Yeah, the Make-A-Wish Foundation is when you have a child who is sick. And so they have one wish that they could do to make them happy, you know, while they are trying to recover if they can. But Hogan, he also made his name known through several movies, including, I don't know if you like the Rocky series, but in Rocky 3, he plays a wrestler called Thunder Lips. I think we have a clip of that too.
Of course.
Listen, after the match, how about if we get a Polaroid together, okay?
You're in trouble. I'm gonna break him in half like this.
Think seems like lately everybody wants to beat me up.
Stay away. Make faces. Move around the ring. Got it, kid. All right.
Here's the ring.
Yeah, I get nervous every time he does that.
You move pretty fast.
Oh man! If you've never seen that movie, you should. It's funny, right? Because
It is
he's playing a larger than life character, but he's also larger than life. So it's a really funny scene.
와, 헐크 호건 그 락키 3에서 지금 그 실베스터 스텔론이 분한 역할하고 같이 지금 막 경기한
It was a
장면인데.
charity boxing / wrestling match in the movie, right?
그랬구나. Okay, but before jumping and smashing on the ring, he was already jamming on the music stage, playing the guitar and bass.
That's right. In fact, this is so funny, but he released a rap album in 1995. It was titled Hulk Hogan and the Wrestling Boot Band.
네, 한번 들어보죠.
I was walking down the beach, looking for some action. Had my radio set on a rap station. Saw a girl in trouble, a sticky situation. She wanted me to give her mouth-to-mouth assessment.
자, Hulk Hogan and the Wrestling Boot Band. 이거 노래 들을만한 것 같은데요?
Now,
It's
the
not
Wrestling
that
Boot
bad.
Band, because one of his moves, he just it's the big boot. He just put his foot into your face, right? He's tall. He's like 6'6", I think. So he's probably
2m가 넘는.
yeah, he's over, right? So he's really tall. Right?
예, 자, okay, of course, the 80s and 90s were known for bringing forward the incredibly popular genre of rap with celebrities as Hogan trying their hand at this type of music.
And this leads us to the birth of a genre that has been defining the music industry since it began.
And that takes us to a party in New York in 1973 when hip-hop was born.
And the man who presided that historic party was Clive Campbell, better known as DJ Kool Herc, widely recognized as the father of hip-hop.
아, 저분이 힙합의 아버지라고 불리는 분이군요. DJ Kool Herc would observe how people reacted to different parts of a song, especially waiting for the most rhythmical part.
And so what he did was to use the turntables in a typical DJ setup, not to make a transition from one song to the next, but to switch back and forth repeatedly between two copies of the same song, extending the rhythm portion of it. So he called this trick the merry-go-round. It's known as the breakbeat now. And so from that, a new genre was born.
Interesting. So the term hip-hop was coined as a combination of the words hip, a slang for in the know, so 지금 잘 알고 있고 잘 나가는, and hop, which refers to the hopping movement, 이게 튀는다고 할 적에 그래서 힙합이 된 거군요.
That's right. So before we wrap up, let's check out today's question one more time. So known for his blonde hair and mustache, he is known as the most renowned pro wrestler in the world. Number 1, Hulk Hogan. Number 2, Lindsay Lohan.
And the answer is...
Of course, is number 1. Hulk Hogan is the answer here.
자, 오늘 이렇게 해서 또 Today in History 두 가지 아이템 함께 알아봤네요. And we'll come back tomorrow with more from the past.
That's right. And right now, we're going to move on with our sports world with Paul Kim. But first, this is a song, Maps by Maroon 5.